Hey everyone, Neil here. I forgot what I said we were going to work on in this episode, so I'm actually kind of excited to try something a little bit new. We're going to get our WorldGen in place, and then we're going to do some custom structures. So, goodness, where do we want to start here? Let's start in our main modding class. And I suppose we can start right up here. Let's actually do this after our creative tabs. And we are going to say let's call it NG WorldGen and we're going to call this event WorldGen is going to be equal to new NG WorldGen, like so. And let's actually go ahead, we're going to create this class, and let's actually put it under a WorldGen package. A package. Lots to do in this bad boy. We are going to put implements world generator, like so. We're going to import that, and we've got a lot of methods that we need to implement here. First off is going to be our generate one. And to do this, we're actually going to do a case statement and break this out quite nicely. And we are going to say switch, and this will be world dot provider dot dimension ID, like so. And we'll have a case 0. We will have a case 1. You don't need that to be capital, case 1. And we will call this a case -1. So, what do we have here? Case 0. Plain and simple, this is surface. 1 is, what is 1? 1 is the end. And then -1 is the nether. Sweet. Okay, so case 0. We are going to have a method called generate surface, and we're going to be pulling in world random. We will pull in chunk x times 16, and we are going to pull in chunk z times 16, like so. Let's actually just copy and paste this, like so, and we're going to change this from surface to end, and then we will have nether as well. Alright, so we can actually hold our mouse over here. Let's go ahead and create this method, private void generate surface. We're going to have our world, we're going to have our random, and let's change this I to an X, and we'll change this to a Z since we're dealing with axes in our world. So this is where we can essentially spawn in our ores. So we will do that. Why doesn't it give us that option? This dot probably because that's a method that we have to create. Add or spawn, and we are going to have we're going to have block deck ng dot block ors. Oof. And that will be world. That will be random. We will have an X, a Z, a 16, a 16, a 4, plus random dot next int 6. And if you're kind of confuzzled on all of these numbers that we're putting in here, I recommend that you go back and check out the WorldGen tutorial. So there we go. Let's get this method created, this add or spawn. Lots of stuff in here. We're going to rename most of this because this, I mean, the X and the Z kind of makes sense, but the rest of the stuff doesn't. So let's actually change the X to block X position. We'll change the Z. I'll just copy and paste this to block Z position. We will have our max X. We will have our max Z. We will have our max vein size. We will have our chance to spawn. And we will have our min Y and our max Y. Like so. Whew, lots of stuff there. For int I equals 0, and we are going to say as long as I is less than chance to spawn, excuse me, goodness. There we go. So we're going to create an integer of position X, and that is going to be equal to our block X position plus random dot next int next int max X, like so. And then we are going to have int position Y is going to be equal to min Y plus random dot next int, and this is actually going to be max Y minus min Y, like so. We will have int position Z is going to be equal to, and you know what, this is actually pretty easy, so we'll just copy this. We'll change our X's for Z's. Like so. And then we're going to have new WorldGen mineable, and that is going to be block. Is it going to be block? No, it's going to be block ors. We don't want that to be block ors. We just want that to be block. We're going to make that block max vein size dot generate, and we are going to be calling in world random pause X, pause Y, pause Z. just like so. Let's go ahead and import WorldGen mineable. Sweet, now we have our generate surface taken care of. So really, what is this going to do? This is going to generate in our ores.